that extreme.
Yes.
This is Andrew from Visions TV Online. I have a special guest, a friend of the family, literally the friend of the family. It's quite dear to my heart, to be honest. This lady used to get my dad to actually, because my dad used to be in the gospel industry. He's passed away now, but he used to be a guitarist and he used to play guitar. A lot of people used to say he's a legend, he's an anointed musician, and etc. And Anu, who we got online today, I couldn't, because I could hear my dad say, Andrew, I need to get Anu online with Visions TV Online. I cannot do it. And like literally, I cannot avoid getting Anu online with us because she's helped my dad out in the past. So guys, I have Anu. She used to be, I think she still is, like the leader of the Reapers Choir. She is a director of the GMIA. Listen, and she's been part of many other choirs like for years and years and years, and she's been doing tremendous work in the gospel community, and I have her online. Anu, how are you doing?
Oh, thank you so much. What a warm welcome.
How do we endure the trauma, walking through the fire, trying not to burn in flames? Or when we're drowning in the river, falling through the water, searching for your hand to save, we call on you to see us through, unconsumed without a wound. Make a way in the
It's so nice to be here. And your dad, absolutely, I won't even say was, he is a legend because he just lives on, believe you me. Guys, if you don't know Barry Morrison, go and Google it. Just the way he played the guitar. There's no limit on that. The legacy is forever. And yeah, you know, I still do a lot of work with the Reapers. I don't direct them anymore because so many of them are so much younger than me, and so I've wanted to give them the reins so that they can develop it as they want to. But I still do lots and lots of work with them, lots of production work. We're always family, and yeah, we still sing together and stuff like that. So yeah, I am very, very pleased to be here. Thank you for having me.
No worries, no worries. I just want to let's go back a little bit. Let's go well back. Let's get to know Anu and where it all started from you, and how did music become a part of your life?
Oh, well, you know, as is the same story with many people in my position, from church, born and raised, my family church, shout out to Christ Apostolic Church in Kingsland Road in Hackney, where I was born and raised, singing from the age of 7 on stages, like, you know, so obviously singing before that, but like singing properly in church, out at events, conventions, whatever, conferences, whatever, from a really, really young age, and just grew up in it, really. Just grew up and developed, went off, had another career in law, was a lawyer for quite some time, but then came back to it to really just embrace the music and the ministry that comes with it, just really touching people and touching their lives and their hearts and their minds, you know. And music is just so far reaching. So that ministry felt for me like it was something that could really work on scale, you know.
Yeah. And so where did the passion, I know that you started from church, when did the passion of you saying, you know what, I want to start leading choirs, I want to start writing music, I want to get in the studio and put those headphones on and get immersed with the sound of music, like when did that happen?
That's what a wonderful question, because a lot of that journey was on with the Reaper's Choir, because what many people don't know is that the Reaper's Choir is actually a church choir. So it was a church gospel choir in my family church, right? And so I started running that from when I was 15. Can you believe that? As the church gospel choir. I mean, now when I look back on it, I just think I was way too young. But I wasn't, and I was writing songs from a teenager, and they'd sing them, we'd sing them, we'd do lots of stuff in church, because my family church has a rich history of lots of different choirs, a classical choir, an older choir, gospel choir. So we would do all of that, and so that's where the passion really came for writing, for singing. And the day I decided to take it further outside the four walls, it's funny because we're talking about our dads, is when my dad passed away, because he used to be the overseer of my family church. And when he passed away, I just thought to myself, gosh, because I'd spent by that time about 11, 12 years in the legal profession as a barrister. And I just thought, am I going to do this for the rest of my life? Or am I going to follow the passion? Am I going to really follow, you know, what is dear to my heart? And so I just said, right, we're going to take this choir outside the four walls. And he used to say, look, you guys should be singing outside, not just in church. And I used to say, oh, but I don't think we're good enough, I don't think we can do it yet. I was really intimidated. But after he passed away, I just thought, time is short, you know. You can't keep waiting for tomorrow for new opportunities to do something. You've just got to do it immediately. And so we were like, yeah, we're going to do it. And so, as I say, I was so much older than a number of the guys at the time, because as you can imagine, with every church choir, you have lots and lots of people passing through it. But that crop of people, you know, and so I was just like, let's do it. And so we did. And then it just, the Reaper's Choir just really mushroomed and got from there.
Yeah, and the Reaper's Choir became BBC Gospel finalists.
Yeah, we became Gospel finalists. Yeah, we sang at the Royal Albert Hall, headlining a couple of times, the Royal Festival Hall, Quarter 10 Downing Street. It was a lot. I don't think any of us were ready for that, to be honest. I was about to say them, but the truth is us. I don't think any of us were ready for that, because we were just like, all right, well, we've been doing this inside, let's go outside. And before you knew it, we went from being a church choir to singing every week somewhere or the other. And, you know, and it's full of choirs full of like mothers and wives and, you know, students and this and that. So everyone was just like, we didn't know this was going to be full time. So after it went for a few years, we were just like, let's just take a quick break. So that's what we did over the last couple of years. And in coming back and building that, you know, I sort of thought, gosh, if I keep holding on to this, the next generation is never going to come through. So I was just like, I'm here, I'm supporting you, I'm with you, but it is time for your voices, you know? And so that's what they're doing now, and they're doing a brilliant job, and I'm sure you're going to hear from them really soon. I'm so excited.
Oh man, amazing. And why is it so important to empower the younger generation? Because you're saying that you realize it's now time for you to take a step back. When is that point in that life when people need to make that decision, when you have to take a step back and invest into the younger generation, make their ministry flourish? And when does that happen? And when did that happen for you? What point in your life did you decide to do that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Again, thank you for that. It's a couple of years now. It's been a long process. So, because at first they didn't believe me. And they were just like, why? And you could almost sense them being like, well, why do we need anything to change? But the point was for me that I knew that if I continued to just spearhead it and front and move, that they would never feel empowered. And that it would come to the point where they were always relying on me or a single figure. And I always feel that if you want to create something that lasts beyond you, you have to be able to empower a good team whilst you're still functioning, not after everything had died down. So that was the point for me. The point for me was we've done far better as an outfit than we ever thought, right? You know, by the time we're going bang, 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 and that pace just outran us, I thought, here we are in a sense where, you know, according to people and metrics or whatever, we're doing fairly well. Now is the time for you to really learn from that, grasp that, and decide where you want to go rather than having someone decide that for you. And if we can't do that at a moment where things are fairly well, where we have the luxury of taking our own time, it's going to be a problem. If it's forced on you, it's going to be iffy. But if you can take it, if a leader can sort of say, right, I've done as much as I can do, not to say I can't do more, but if I don't hand this over at the point where they still feel empowered, then they get the benefit of both of us. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I hope that makes sense. And so I kind of feel like sometimes we can hold on to things for far too long. And I'm not talking about abandoning them and saying, okay, I'm going off to do other things, off you go. It's nothing like that at all. We work very closely together. We're very tight. I'm still very much a part of their process. But it was just me looking at them and recognizing, well, I'm probably about, on average, 10 years older than everybody else. No, you know, so
no way.
You're so kind. So I just thought to myself, look, and for some of them much more and much older, and I just thought, is this really fair? When I'm my age, and therefore my taste and style is of this age, and their age and their taste and their style that they listen to, that they naturally, don't get me wrong, we were always very much, you know, it's very democratic the way I ran the choir. But so they always had an input. But I just thought, if I'm leading it, am I kind of stifling them? What if they want a much younger sound? Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
What if they want a much fresher approach? And because I've been running it for ages, I just thought I have to take it out and myself out of it, and otherwise they won't let me go, which they did. You know, it was a little bit of a, you know, but they definitely are just flourishing in the most beautiful way, and I'm genuinely excited. And what I love about it as well is they're taking their time. And I was like, as we all had that discussion, like, you don't have to rush this. And I feel that sometimes when we are, you know, in this community, we might feel, I need to bang things out. And yeah, in some ways, yes. But after a while, you can take your time and do what works for you. So, yeah.
Amazing. That's so encouraging, you know, like, and just passing the baton, you know, because sometimes God will give you the message and the vision of saying, know what, time is time. He's got something else in store for you, because you never know what blessing that he's got for you in the next stage of your journey. And so that you just need to kind of allow God to move in your life.
That's it.
So listen and hear his voice and say, listen, like, God, I'm hearing you. You want me to move? Okay, I'll move. And I know that there's something, you may not know what that door is going to open for you, or that blessing he's got for you, but sometimes it's about walking in faith and trusting in God about the direction where he's going to tell you to go, because you may not know what he's going to do. He's going to be say, like, step there, and okay, you step there. Okay, God, what you got for me now? Okay, whoa, I didn't expect that.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And you know what? Never a truer word, because there's so many things that I'm doing now that I wouldn't have been able to do if I was just holding on to one thing. So you're so right. You're so right. And I just feel like I really hope that as leaders in churches, in ministries and things like that, that we can do a bit more of empowering other people, our teams. Not just saying, oh, here's your place, you're second in command until I die. and you have the power to do this, but I'm going to stay there. But actually, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's good to step aside and just say, you guys just go with it. And I feel like that original person that did that was Christ himself, you know.
True.
Like I have to go away so that you can receive the Spirit, and there is really something in that, you know.
Yeah. You know, sometimes because what he did, he gave people the tools. He empowered people.
That's it.
To step in and say, "This is your journey. This is your journey." But guess what? I ain't gone.
That's it.
You know, I'm still here.
That's it.
Oh, amazing. So listen, I know you got your new single that is coming up. Oh my goodness. And it's back to you.
Yes.
Tell me about that. How did that come about?
Oh gosh, it's so many different things. I'll tell you the context for how it came about, and then I will tell you exactly how I wrote that track. So just the general context was basically just realizing the struggle that we're all going through during this time, you know, just having to deal with trauma. So the first line says, you know, how do we get through this trauma? You know, walking through the fire, trying not to burn in flames. And it's just like, you know, we are seeing it around us, or in our families, or in our situations, in our jobs, in our relationships, in our churches. We are grappling with pain and trauma in a way that as a nation, as the world, frankly, we've never had to do on this level before. The whole point of it is just like, the answer is always in God. The answer is always in God. And just trying to be honest in the lyrics about the journey, because I feel like we can sometimes speak from a place of victory. Thank you, God, you've done it. I'm a victorious. I've won. I'm a conqueror. And all those things are true. But in the moment, you don't feel like that.
True.
So I wanted to write a song that spoke to that. And that's the context. But the actual way that the lyrics and the words poured out of me, I was sitting right here in front of my piano, as I'm doing right now, watching an interview between Kirk Franklin and the Kingdom Choir.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And as I was watching that, they were having that discussion, and they were talking about, you know, being honest in lyrics, and just how it can be really tricky, and how it can be so difficult, you know, to be honest about what we're going through, and how it's important to get that into songs. And I was just playing as I was listening, and then the song literally just started to come. Literally, the riff just started to come. You know, and then the lyrics.
Kurt Franklin, the Kingdom Choir might come for you for copyright.
if inspiration is copyright, then they would definitely come. I mean, I told Karen that very night, because on Karen Gibson, who runs the Kingdom Choir, because on the very, very first recording of my little notes as I'm writing it, you can actually hear the interview in the background, because when you're writing it, you got to quickly get it down, you got to quickly record it before it goes. So you can actually hear them talking in the background of my very first recording. So they were very, very inspirational, and I had it all in me, and I feel like that conversation just encouraged it to come out into song. So I started writing straight away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that, you know, something birthing, you know, after you hearing something, it's just like when you hear something from the word of God, you know, and God gives you an encouragement just to get up and go and move, you know, to move.
That's it.
That's so encouraging. And
that's it.
I know that you went for the big guns on this production.
Mate. Mate. It's no bigger. We really went all the way to the big guns. I got my brother Nicky Brown on it. My bro in the Lord, I should clarify, just in case someone goes looking. But yeah, oh man, what a great job he did on it. The reason why I say that, right, and this is really not me talking about how the song is great, although I hope you do think it is, those of you who are watching. But what was so great about working with him in this way, I've worked with him in so many ways before, but he really honored the vibe, the feel of it.
Wow, yeah.
He really respected that. And for a producer of his gravitas and his caliber, you know, I wouldn't have been surprised if he'd sort of come back saying, well, I think it should sound like this, and you know. But so the music, like the chordal arrangements and all those chords are mine. You know, he kept that, the vibe, the beat.
Yeah.
You know, because I sent the demo with a beat on it. He took it apart and kept the exact same rhythm and vibe. Wow. And then just embellished it in just the most incredible way. Listen, I've got nothing but love for him. Like when it came, when the final version came back to me, I was literally jumping up and down in my house. Literally. That's I'm telling you, and that is really something, because I am fussy when it comes to production, in the sense of I know what I want to hear. Do you know what I mean? He was brilliant. He was just brilliant.
So how long did it take you to compile it all together and just like structure it and get Nikki Brown into the studio? Or how did that happen?
Oh, you know, it didn't really take long. If anything, I was the disobedient delayer on this, to be fair, because I already had the track, as I said. I'd written it, I'd done it, I knew the chords, the arrangement, the beat, everything behind it. And actually, a couple of my friends, people that I knew that were hurting, I was moved to send it to them, and they were like, oh my God, this is really helping me. And through them, I knew that God was speaking to me to hurry up and get it out. So any sort of delay was actually on my part. By the time I sent it to Nikki, he had done that in no time at all. So I just sent him the track. He built up a basic track around it. I recorded the vocals at home, sent it back to him. Turnover was actually super quick.
Wow.
Turnaround, yeah.
Wow, amazing. So when is this dropping? I know that it's going to be dropping soon. So tell everyone when this track is going to be dropping.
No! Friday the 26th of February. It is out. It's out. Friday the 26th of February. So if you are hearing this on the Friday the 26th of February, it is out. You can get it right now.
Wow. And you can find it on all digital platforms.
On all digital platforms. You can find it. You can get it. You can hear the song. So yeah. I really, really hope people are encouraged by it. That is my number one desire. Literally, I feel like God forced me to release this. And so I feel like I really, really hope that people listen to it and they think, yeah, I felt that. I know how that feels. I'm struggling, but I know that there's God who can take me through.
Amazing. I'm going to try to see if I could push you a little bit, you know. I'm going to try.
When someone says that.
Don't take me to court or anything like that.
Oh my gosh, I might
do. But guess what? I'm going to ask you to sing the song.
Oh man.
And you know what? I'm going to push you a little bit further. I see the guitar in the background.
It's definitely not. I'm definitely not playing it on the guitar. So the guitar definitely doesn't extend to that. It definitely doesn't extend to that. But let me see if, oh my God, I've not played it in a while. So let me see if I can do it. I'll have to get the chord. I'll have to remind myself of the chords. Let me see if I can play it on the keys.
How do we endure the trauma, walking through the fire, trying not to burn in flames? Or when we're drowning in the river, falling through
Thank you for booking us on Visions TV Online. This is what I like to do. I like to catch people when they're not expecting it.
You really did. I'm looking at my little course. I'm like, I can't even read that.
But I like the way that you actually got your keyboard in front of you and you're ready to go. And
Oh, mate, I try. Oh, I try.
oh man, Anu, like I say, thank you for coming on Visions TV Online. It's such a privilege to have you with us today. Like everybody who's going to be listening to this interview, she's mentioned that her single Back to You is out today, tomorrow. Listen, it's out. It's out now. It's out now. So go and download it. Go and support. Go stream it wherever you can find it. It's on all digital platforms. It's probably on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe to Anu's. What is your YouTube channel? What is it?
Okay, everything is Anu Omideyi. So just type in Anu and OMID and it's going to come up. Anu Omideyi, and that's at Anu Omideyi on all the socials, and then YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, the whole thing. So yeah.
Amazing. Guys, thank you for tuning in, watching Visions TV Online. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the track and support what's happening in the UK. And look out for Anu with her new single, Back to You. God bless you all.